Everybody loves a winner, so nobody loved me.
Leave your worries behind and step into the world of Cabaret. And I'm here with Dustin and the Wolf Den to learn all about it. And I have to say, I am so excited, and you really have transformed this space. Tell me about the show.
Yeah, we took it on ourselves to turn our Wolf Den space into the Kit Kat Club and make this show as immersive as we could possibly make it.
So let's talk more about that, because you can actually sit here in the audience and maybe a dancer will walk up and dance near you, right?
Yeah. So the whole space is pretty intimate, but we do offer premium seating, and there are cabaret tables up here you can sit at, and they turn into a bit of the stage for half of it. There's bar seating. You can sit at the bar, and we do serve beer and wine at the show, and it literally is not your typical theater. It happens all around you. It's set in the club, and it happens in the club with you.
Mm-hmm. And basically you step back in time. Let's talk about the plot.
Yeah, so Cabaret, it starts in 1931, and it's in Berlin, and it is a crazy time in Berlin. Things were just lively and wild, and it was also the start of the Nazi Party's rise to power. And so the play deals with that and the struggles of everyday people that were tied to this club in this area of Berlin.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk about how you kind of incorporate the sets and everything into the show without giving too much away, because you guys have gotten really creative in this.
We try to, yeah. So we as much as possible, the Emcee is the guy that Master of Ceremonies that runs this club, and he will show up at any place in the club at any time and basically introduce a scene. And so we see these real life scenes from people like Sally Bowles and Cliff, and all of a sudden the Emcee introduces them as a number from the show, and it's real life happening, and it'll happen at your table anywhere in the space here. So and the space kind of comes alive throughout. So we've rigged it to be a pretty big character itself in the show.
And speaking of real life, there is kind of a real life aspect to the show, isn't there?
Yeah, it's not. It's an incredible show because you come in and it's so much fun, and the energy is literally through the roof. Mm-hmm. Like you're gonna feel like you're at a concert or something when you start, but it has so much heart and humanity and really like powerful lessons in it, and it bridges this wonderful world between a dramatic straight play and just a crazy fun weekend night.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And speaking of the giver of energy, I am with the actress here, Sophie, and this is a dream come true to play this character, isn't it?
It's really exciting. I was telling Dustin the other day that this role is pretty iconic for women in musical theater, and I never thought that I would be the one picked to play this part. So it's really lovely. I'm very thankful.
Mm-hmm. And Sally has just such a range of emotion, and you just did a piece for us, a bit of a song, and she's vulnerable at this point, and you are so gifted at this. Is it hard to step into that space and not just give in to emotion?
Sally has so many different facets, mm-hmm. and she lives in this light air of a world, and when we get to her by herself is when you dip into the depth of Sally. And I wouldn't say it's difficult, because if you put yourself in that situation, you can't help but mm-hmm. be affected.
Mm-hmm. And let's talk a little bit more about the story itself. This is a love story.
I would say so.
She's not going to tell us much. I know it.
When you first meet Sally, she's the star of the cabaret. She is kind of working her way through the world man by man. But then you see her connection with Cliff, and it's something that you've never seen with her before. So that's kind of where the depth and the emotion comes from, because she gets to be a real person with him.
Mm-hmm. And Dustin, I want to have a chance too to talk a little bit more of this. Yeah. You have, of course, this show going on, but you have a full season of things coming up too.
We do. This is the very first show of 2019. We have 4 more coming at you after this, and special events, and all that's on wolfbane.org. But it's going to be a full season that goes all the way through November this year.
So why come out to Cabaret?
So Cabaret it's the best way to kick it off. It's a party. It's wild. It's I can't tell you how fun it is and how different it is. A lot of people are like, I don't like theater, and we think of Cabaret as a classic theater piece, and this just wipes that slate clean, and it's going to be in your face and so much fun.
Awesome. And there's several performances coming up, including tonight. To find out more, just head online to wolfbane.org, check out their Facebook page, or call the box office at 434-579-3542.